Hi guys, it's me Blockcraftman, and today we are going to be making a cloud multiplayer game in Scratch, so let's get started. I worked really hard to find a way to do it easy but hard so that you can get a advanced way to do it, and I will be updating it soon, so let's part 3 cloud, blah blah blah. So, first of all, you have to be a Scratcher. You have to go in your profile, see if that part says Scratcher. If it says you can become a Scratcher, click it, read everything, and then you can become a Scratcher. Okay, never mind. So, list. Now, new variable name. We're gonna create player 1x. Then I'm gonna figure out how to combine variable and make it player 1y. And do that up to 5 players, unless you want to add other stuff like collectible score, blah blah blah. And do 4. Okay, got them all. Let's hide them all. And you can only use 10 cloud variables, and there's a certain limit. I forgot it. It's 240 characters, 246, blah blah blah. And then there's 2 other variables we need to make, which are counter and slot. Let's just rename this one to counter and make a new one called slot. All of them are for all sprites. Yes. So, first we're actually gonna, then we have the last things we have to do is make a list called player 1 playing, player 2 playing, player 3 playing, player 4 playing, player 5 playing, and players playing. So let's do that. Also, they are all for all sprites, which means all of the lists are for all sprites. We're gonna hide all these too. Actually, keep the slot showing. The slot actually supposed to be shown. Now we're gonna start. We will use our scratch cat for this, and when flag is clicked forever. Okay, guys. So I got another computer so that I don't have to keep switching tabs. So the flag is clicked forever. If not slot equals to 1. So if you are not the player 1, because this is the player 1, set the color effect to 100. So like it'll be like a bluish color. See? A blue color. And then we will make sure that the item 1, the first item of the players playing, because that means that player 1's playing, because it goes in order, equals to playing, which means they are playing. Then we will show the person, this player, or else we will hide it, because if it's not playing, then we shouldn't show the thing. And actually we will need an if else. Put those there. And then we will do a set color to 0 and a show. Now, It's not going to really do anything because there's nothing that you can actually do because, it will basically be hiding right now because of the script. And plus, there's nothing in the players playing. Now, we will make a new broadcast called Play, and we will just broadcast, and it will be Play. And we will add a forever go to player 1 X and Y because this is the player. Now we will just add the movement code. So we have to make sure that you are player 1, which means the slot is equal to 1. You can do whichever type you want. Either go to the mouse pointer or just move over the arrow keys. It's better to do arrow keys because we don't have smooth movement right now. I made one with the mouse on my profile, but if you want to test it out that it's laggy, but you'd have to be playing with someone else. And remember, to play multiplayer cloud multiplayer games, you also have to be a scratcher rate. Now I am just going to add regular key stuff, like how regular games would do keys. So yeah. Except instead of using the change X and Y, we will actually be using the change player X for the X position and change player Y is the up and down instead of the change X and change Y blocks. So here we go, we got it here, and that's all the code you need for the players. So this is the player 1. And let's make the other players. This should automatically turn into player 2. Now, for player 2, it will basically be the same thing, so I don't need my other computer. So, if not, the slot is equal to 2, because that's player 2, the item 2, and then we just have to change all of these variable stuff, and then slot equals 2. That's all you have to do, and it should work. Well, not the cloud engine. Wait, this has to be the next logo. Let's make that the same for this one. Before. So it's very easy to make players. So I'm gonna make all the 5 players and do what I just did. So guys, I just finished. It will not work yet because we just need to add 2 more sprays. So let's make 1 spray, a new spray. Let's bring this up. First of all, lots of games you notice that if you add a blink sprite, it will do something. So let's add blink. So that's not the real sprite that we were actually going to use. The real sprite is this one. And we will call this Finding Slot. We have to add the dramatic thing right here. Okay? No dramatic. Well, we can use that. It can even be more dramatic and draw a cloud. Okay, so we added a cloud there. Okay, that's also a very bad code. Okay, so this one is gonna have a lot of code. We're just gonna type in basic stuff. Finding slot and the dramatic part. I guess I don't know. Finding slot, make it big so that you can read it and stuff. The background. 0, 0. And we're gonna do the same thing, except write game full. Which might get actually full. So the game is full. There we go. We got our 2 costumes. And now we will actually get into the code, which will be pretty hard for me to do because there's a lot of code in this one. There is 146 blocks just for the finding slot part of it. So let's get coded. So the flag is clicked. We're going to delete all of the player 1 playing, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So delete all the playing 1 player 2 playing, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we are going to switch the costume to the finding slot costume, which is the first. For I think everyone unless you did the opposite, which is not really the best. Now, this part, I don't know why I did this, but I did so. I just did this. Okay, so that player 1x. No, actually, add the player 1x to player 1 playing. And then we will duplicate these 2 blocks and do it again. And then we will duplicate these 2 blocks and change the player 1x to a player 1y. So we will change the player 1x to a player 1y, right? Okay, I hope you did that. So change this to player 1y, player 1y. Now, you guys might be wondering, why in the heck do we need this? Well, I don't know. I just did a script, okay? Okay, thank you. So, we will do and. So we will add in if the item 1 of the player 1 playing is equal to the item 2, which will be the 2x positions, is equal to the 2 and is equal, and the 2 y positions are also equal, then we will basically just set the slot to 1. And we actually want to use an if else. I keep messing this up with ifs and if else's. So there we go. Put that in if else and we will set the slot to 1. Hooray! You completed the slot checking thing. Definitely not. How much blocks is this? 29. I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry, mates. Very sorry. Now we're gonna copy all this stuff. Why, you ask? To do the same thing with the player 2. And then the player 3. And then the player 4. And then the player 5. The player 5 will be different, but yeah. All we have to do is do that. Change this to player 2x, player 2x, player 2y, player 2y again. And then we're going to change this to player 2 playing, because we don't want that to add into the player 1 stuff. And make all these player 2 plays. And we're going to do that all up into the 5th. So I'm copying, but with this we We don't want to copy the item 1 again, unless you want to instead. Yeah, you can actually copy this and put this in the else, because then it'll be faster, because that goes from 2 done to 4 done. It's that you'd have to change this to 3, and I'll just let you watch me do it. I don't know how to do fast motion on my editing software. I will figure it out while I'm editing. Yes. Wait, also, look, for the player 2, we forgot to set the slot to 2. We have to set the slot to the number of the player that you're working with. Let's do player 4. Okay, good. It's good. There we go. I don't know why I'm doing the sound effects. Go. Finally, we're just gonna copy this one, put it at the end, and fill in the data for player 5. Let's see how much blocks we have. 113. We're supposed to have 146. Happens to the rest of the blocks? Well, you'll find out soon. Okay. I'll fill all this out. Okay. I am almost done filling it out. There we go. We're doing that long script. And almost done, I mean. Because we still have to add in the if else. So set slot. We will set the slot. Okay, never mind. I understand. So just scroll down. Set the slot to game full and switch costume to the game full costume. And then stop. And now we will broadcast in a way a new message, which is called set x y check slot. And then we will broadcast play. Now the set x check slot is short, and we will just add for the play it should hide real quick. Then we'll do the set x. So the set x y check slot. We are going to be using else statements. If slot is equal to 1, set the player 1 x to 0 and the y to 0. And then we'll do the same thing for if you're player 2, 3, and 4. And finally, if you are player 5. Now instead of setting it to 0, instead of setting it to player 1 for all of them, set them to their appropriate 1. So there we go, we have it done. Oh, this one needs to be set to 5. So we got this finding slot 1 done. Is it done? Because it's already been a long time. And you're bored. One more. Okay. This one is the final sprite. Now let's call it. It has 111 blocks. Sorry. Let's call it. See what players are. See what players are online. Are online. Online. Wait, let me see that again. Online. Okay, I guess. Yeah, that's it. This one will be an empty sprite. And when I receive play, it will. Let's get this thing, scroll all the way to the top, take this thing out, bring that to there, and then copy to 1. And this right, we'll add also delete all of the players playing. Then the counter variable, we're using that now. Set counter to 1. Then repeat 5. Add blank to players playing. Now we will click we'll add a forever loop. And wait 0.063 seconds. We will add the x values of each of them. So these are the players 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 values, and we will set them accordingly. Like I said, there will still be another part of this once I figure out how to do smooth movement, because it won't be smooth. So you to be able to figure out players if I were to do it. We wait. We will do the same thing after the 1 second that it waits. And then we will do the same thing except with the y. The y variables. So after we'll do that with 1. Except make sure to set this one to wait 1. And I guess we don't need this thing. Now they'll set them to the Y. The Y. The Y. Okay. This is what we're gonna do. This. We're gonna do all the Y. We're gonna set up all the Y stuff. Duplicate it. Add one here. Now we're almost done with the tutorial. Finally, after 25 minutes. 25 damn minutes. Now we're gonna be using 5 houses. This one is pretty much like the other one. You see this? Scroll down. If the item goes for 2 things. So we will drag that into the C1. Delete that. The one that we just duplicated. Then this here. Basically all taken care of, except this one's for the player too. And instead of doing what it would usually do, it would actually replace item 1 of the way with not. Or else it will be set to plain. There we go. And let's fix up player 1's real quick. Oh, this should be an item 2 because this is the player 2. Now we're going to do players 3, 4, and 5. Guys, we're actually done. So that people, if anyone sees it, will know. Now I'm going to sign on my other computer a different account on a different account. And, which is my brother's account. Oh, shoot. Guys, we forgot one of the most important things after. Remember this thing? The delete all player 1 playing. We gotta drag this all the way down. To the bottom of the script. And then we are actually done for real this time. So guys, we're gonna I'm gonna join this. I'm gonna save it out. I'm using 2 computers at the same time. It's like so weird. Okay, so let's test that for me first. Here's slot 1. We'll add a little bit. Finding slot for the other computer. Slot 2. And guys, it should show up in a little. Ta-da, guys, we got a cloud multiplayer game. It doesn't show the username and it will get updated soon. So thank you guys for watching. We got this cloud multiplayer game, so we're gonna get speed movement and more. And we're gonna get less variables, well, more variables, but that also needs more players, probably also. So thank you guys for watching again. And this cloud variable multiplayer thing will work from anywhere. This one, the computers are right next to each other. It'll work from someone that is in Atlanta, and that's someone that's in Brazil. I'm just using them, I don't even know if they're closer. The thing would have disconnecting us because the people, cause okay, so I'm gonna. Wait. The thing is, I think the slot for the 3 is broken or something. So let me quickly make sure these guys are showing. Okay, let me move this guy up to the side. And yes, the other player will be on slot 3. It should be. And we have 3 players now. Hooray! And I'm trying to move a lot of mouse thingies. I'm trying to move a lot of mouses and keys and stuff. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this tutorial, and I will see you in the next one, where we have smooth movements or we're doing something else. And we can go up to form 5 since this proves it. Basically, this proves it. And I'm not showing on the other screens because I am not really moving. My brother is asleep right now, so I can't really do anything about it. I can use my legs on the other keyboard, which I'm trying to do, and that is basically what I'm doing. So I'm just using my leg on one of them. So yeah, and then if someone disconnects, like I disconnected both of the people, it should hide everyone. So yes, this is a functional cloud thing, and let me quickly unshare before people start doing stuff to it. Wait, how did my battery go from 33 to 6%? Okay. Thank you guys for watching. It's probably because of the cloud data, I guess. Bye!